So I'm going a little nuts here, and I thought I would start videotaping maybe a journal or something and uploading it to YouTube. So I got here in Bethel, Alaska on Tuesday of last week. I went to new employee orientation on Wednesday and spent Thursday, Friday, and Saturday doing nothing, but trying to see this town by foot. You have to take cabs everywhere, and you have to you call them, and it's about $5 to get anywhere in the city, unless you live way out, in which case it's $10. I live in what's called Smurf housing. I don't know why they call it that, but it is dingy, dull, uninteresting. I couldn't make the hot water work this morning. There was a fella Friday night just showed up here at about 9:30 at night and just announced that he was staying. Not his fault. The hospital said he could stay here overnight while he worked on the morgue refrigerator. So I am going to my second day of work. Yesterday I worked orientation shift. Apparently I get an orientation shift today, and I'm on my own, where normal employees get a couple of weeks. As usual, travelers and agency people get shafted. So it's been overcast every day except for yesterday. I got some pictures of finally the sun came out yesterday. The villagers are out. It's I think it's king salmon season. So they're out catching salmon for the winter, and they'll hang them up and dry them. I don't exactly know the technique, but they'll hang them up and they'll dry them, and that's what they'll eat on all winter long. My patients at the hospital are pretty benign. One, just some abscesses and stuff, and cellulitis, and so we did an IND on those yesterday. Pretty benign. The other one is adult protective services hold. Another one is a young female with pyelonephritis, secondary to poor hygiene. And then another patient I had, apparently he had symptomatic bradycardia, but he was quite an energetic older fella, very eager to go home back to his village. So what will happen to him today is they'll set him up with transportation as soon as he's discharged. So he'll go get on a plane and fly back to wherever it is he's from, and his family will take care of him from there. But anyway, that's my first day of work in Bethel, Alaska. I've been here for several days. Haven't really done a whole lot. Joined the gym. The local swimming complex is pretty remarkable. I think it rivals any commercial Lifetime or 24-hour fitness back home. There's tens of thousands of dollars worth of equipment, 6-lane Olympic pool. There's a water slide. There's a kids' play area. They do mandatory swimming lessons there. So a lot of the kids, as part of their schooling, are required to learn how to swim. So that's interesting. Apparently they had a lot of drownings last year, or for several years. The kids swim in the lakes here, and then they, I guess they get out of control, get stuck in the mud or something, and drown. So there's berry picking going on right now. There's a salmon run, king salmon run, going on right now. I think the market is going to be on Saturday, but nobody seems to know what Saturday is. That's when the villagers kind of get together, and they sell their crafts and stuff. They still teach the girls how to sew by hand here. So they sew seal skins and fur and things like that together and make dolls. And then I want to get one of those whaling knives, or whatever they call those knives. There are a couple of artists out in the villages who still make those and do pretty impressive work. So the hospital is a hospital. All the buildings here are suspended on stilts to keep them above the permafrost. Apparently permafrost does some pretty hellacious things to concrete. Busts it up into little pieces, that kind of thing. So all the buildings are up on stilts, like you're living at the beach or something. And so that's kind of interesting. I live in a 2-bedroom, sort of a shanty looking thing. It's basically a shed. I think you could build one of these back in Colorado for, I don't know, probably about $5,000. And so there's a sort of a group of them here, built in a parking lot just outside of an industrial area. I'm a short walk from the hospital. Trying to secure a regular ride on my shift, and so that I don't have to take cabs and stuff. I don't mind walking. It's just when it's blowing rain sideways, it kind of sucks to go to work in the rain. So anyway, that's episode 1 of Bethel, Alaska Adventures. Not too adventurous so far.